Hello, everyone, and welcome to Our Mind on Music, where we explore the amazing world of music. We celebrate the extraordinary talents that shape music and bridge the connection between artists and audience. What draws us to music, and how does it help us connect? Today, I have the true honor of speaking with Janet Horvath, a lifelong musician who held the position of Associate Principal Cello with the Minnesota Orchestra for 32 years. Janet is also an award-winning author and is a regular contributor to Interlude.hk in Hong Kong. Her book, Playing Less Hurt, an Injury Prevention Guide for Musicians, won a Gold Independent Publisher Award in 2009. In her second book, The Cello Still Sings, a generational story of the Holocaust and the transformative power of music, Janet weaves together an incredible 70-year history of discovery, of resilience, and of hope. Janet is a passionate advocate for human rights, a powerful voice against racism. Here is Janet Horvath. Welcome.
Thank you.
I read your book about a year ago. You managed to make these connections that make it feel really personal and, again, really sincere.
Well, that's great to hear. You know, when I first released the book, I got some advice. They said, okay, your audience are the Holocaust museums and the Jewish community centers and the synagogue. And she couldn't have been more wrong.
Yeah.
Some connect because they know me or know the cello or love the cello or know music and know Bernstein. And some, they really want to know more about that time.
Kol Nidre.
This is the holiest day of the Jewish year, Yom Kippur. And it's a day of fasting where we not only have to try to atone for any sins we might have committed and ask forgiveness of God, but we also are required to ask forgiveness of friends, family, co-workers, children, parents. So Kol Nidre is the ancient chant that introduces the holy day the previous evening. And it's a real privilege to participate in setting the tone for the entire day. It is sung or chanted or played in every synagogue all over the world that night. So there is no Jew that doesn't know this piece. So I like to conclude with this excerpt from the book. Consider a time when hell was on earth, when hands accustomed to a musician's bow, a writer's pen, a doctor's scalpel, a painter's brush, a tailor's needle, wielded shovelfuls of rocks, limestone, or human remains, when the air smelled of smoke, ashes, and grief, when the foundations of existence and the illusions that sustain us crumbled. My father, a young man confident of his future, wrenched from society, a celebrated artist turned slave laborer. The swollen and bloody knuckles, the back-breaking effort, the swirling musical phrases stilled. Depleted by the shame of helplessness, the shock of nakedness, the dread of men in uniform stomping by, he could never again tolerate being alone. A whiff of boiling cabbage, or rusted copper or dripping blood triggered distress. In our family, trust was never regained. After the years of grief and imposed silence, my father's hands tingled to fill the stillness, and the hunger to create gnawed. His playing blossomed with a vitality, profundity, and spirituality I can only marvel at now. It must have been unnerving to learn how to feel again, when survival entailed learning how not to feel. At least while he was playing, music imparted peace of mind. His cello wept, his music making stirred those who were equally scarred. A strange sensation would ripple in my throat when he played. The generous vibrato warmed the sound and conveyed a deeply moving story, expressed not in words or thoughts, but in emotions illuminating a path to rebirth. I know now that beauty and inspiration ignites the best of the human spirit, the untenable pulsating, the tactile sensation of hugging the instruments and breathing the music as one, creates a current that transforms us, elevates us, unites us, and propels us in ways we cannot explain.